In this video, I'm going to give you my 5 picks for gift ideas for electronic drummers. I will be putting some Amazon affiliate links down in the description below, so if you like any of these ideas, then feel free to click those. Of course, I'll receive a little kickback, but it won't affect the price that you pay. Idea number 1 is a bass drum pedal. Now, whether they own an acoustic kit or an electronic drum kit, this one works really well, and particularly because if they do end up buying an acoustic kit as well, or instead of their electronic kit, then a bass drum pedal, or kick pedal as it's known, is usable on either kit, and they can keep the pedal that you've lovingly purchased for them and transfer it from their electronic to their acoustic and vice versa. Now, the one thing you need to make sure of with this one is that the kit that they use actually uses a proper bass drum pedal and not one like this. This is more of a trigger, so it doesn't have a proper pedal. You can't really switch these out. These tend to be on the very cheap electronic kits. I will also mention that you can buy a single pedal or a double pedal depending on what sort of music they play and what their interests are. Gift idea number 2 is an extra pad. Now, this isn't going to work again on every electronic kit, and the important thing here is to do your research on the kit that they own. All you have to do that is just have a look on the brain, which is the part that controls all of the function of the kit, and it'll tell you the kit model. So in my case here, we've got my Roland TD30, and the important thing to do is have a quick Google, see if you can expand it, see if there's any option that you can add extra pads, and also if you're not 100% sure if they've already done that or not, you can have a look on the back where all of the leads plug in, and you should be able to see that there's some space left on the brain itself to actually expand it. Let me give you a little example here. So here I have the brain from a very cheap electronic drum kit. Whoops. And on the back here, it hasn't got any additional inputs. So you can see, because it's written on here, what all of the different inputs do or outputs, and we can actually see that there are no additional ones. So if you bought this person who have one of these, an extra pad, they wouldn't actually be able to plug it in, so it would be useless. But don't worry, if that's the case, there will be plenty more ideas that will help you with anybody who's got a kit similar to this one. The same tip will also work for anybody wanting to add an additional cymbal. So you could add a snare drum pad, you could add a tom pad, or maybe a cymbal pad, something like that. That would expand the kit, make it far more fun to play, let them be more creative than they previously could. Gift idea number 3 is to get them a pair of studio headphones. Now, I've got a couple of different pairs of studio headphones in front of me here. These pair are Roland branded ones, and these are some really cheap ones that I got for free with a drum kit that I bought. But studio headphones are a great idea. So again, any electronic kit this should work for. Let me just pick up this brain again. So even this cheap one is going to have a headphone port. That's kind of the thing that electronic drums really sell on, is the fact that you can plug headphones into them. You don't have to make a load of noise. So literally any kit, you should be able to plug headphones into it. And also, over-ear headphones are much better if they get into sound mixing or anything like that, rather than the little earbuds. So over-ear headphones, studio headphones, a great shout. Gift idea number 4 is a drum monitor. So if the person in your life is able to make a little bit more noise than perhaps the headphones would allow, then a drum monitor or a wedge or a drum amp or whatever you want to call it is a great shout, because that's going to enable them to actually hear the kit in the room. It's going to feel a lot more like an acoustic kit, just because the sound is kind of coming from you actually ambiently in the room. It's going to be much better. So of course you need to check whether or not they've already got one, but a lot of people will actually, if it's like their first electronic kit, they'll plug in to basically any speakers they can find knocking around the house. So I've seen people plugging into like laptop or computer speakers, and what tends to happen is that the bass drum, they hit it once, it blows the speakers up, they sound like a wet paper bag, and then it's just a disappointing thing to play until you get a proper amp. So you don't have to spend a lot of money on these. You can literally get them for sort of 50-60 quid upwards. I would recommend a couple of different ones, which I'll put, as I say, in the description below at different price points. But a drum monitor is a great shout. You can even go further than that. Some companies will do them where it's kind of a series of speakers and you can actually get them in stereo and all that kind of stuff. But for most people, a drum monitor is going to be a wicked shout for anybody with an electronic drum kit. And I can't believe we're here already, but number 5, I'm going to go a little bit bigger on this one, and I'm going to go with a sampling pad. Now, this is a big, expensive bit of kit, but you don't have to spend big, expensive money. So sampling pads are a great way of extending an electronic drum kit, and they're not going to work directly in conjunction with the electronic kit. But what they are going to do is kind of give you tons more sounds and options. You're going to be able to record with this. You're going to be able to add lots of different effects. You're going to be able to record loops and play to tracks and all this kind of stuff. It's like a world of possibilities, and the more time somebody spends with one of these, the more they get out of it. There's so much stuff that this can do. Just despite me running a YouTube channel all about electronic drums, there's still loads that I've never even done on this thing. So this is probably the top of the tree, or as close to it as I'm ever going to go. Now the great thing is that although these are independent, as I said, to the electronic kit, they can work very well in conjunction with them, and all sampling pads are going to have some kind of output for the sound to go to like a speaker or an amp or a PA system or whatever. But most electronic kits, if they're at the sort of level where somebody might be looking at a sampling pad, they're probably going to have some kind of a line input with something that you can plug your phone into. In fact, even this one has something that you can plug your phone into. Even this has a line input. So you could take a feed from something like this, probably not into one of these because it's like 50 quid, but you could take a feed into this or into a brain, and then you can use the same amp that you may or may not have already bought them, and you can basically get all of the sound to come out of one place, as opposed to having like 2 amps and 2 setups and all that kind of stuff, 2 pairs of headphones on at one time. So hopefully a sampling pad is going to be a great shout for you guys, and something that you can buy for somebody who you love very much. You may have to love them a lot actually to get one of these, but I'll put a couple of links in the description below. Well, that's all from me. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Remember to leave a big thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you again on electronic drum tips before too long. Bye bye for now.